a few very easy for us to understand the concept. So that will be for you comfortable, I hope. So after that, what we do, we have to revise our book also. Then only we'll have the flow, okay, of information, how we can understand from the single cycle implementation till pipelining, what are the concept under pipelining, what are the information you have to remember, how instruction flow under the pipeline, so how it has been read, how it has been written, what is a highlight done inside the diagram, everything only when you are very much thorough under the PDF book copy. Okay, if you want to have a regular study, then you will regularly understand the concept with the flow. So we'll go for that. Today we have to complete control hazard. Yesterday we have completed structural hazard, data hazard. Okay, first I will cover the main concept, then I'll say how you have to revise in the book. What are the points you have to learn? Can you see the information what I am displaying you, students? Kindly reply.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, good, fine. So first we have to understand what is control hazards. From the word itself we can understand these hazards are occurring in a pipelining concept due to branch instructions. So it's also called as branch hazard. So what is the definition of control hazard? It arises from the need to make a decision. Suppose we are passing a branch equal instruction or branch not equal instruction, where we have to understand whether the branch is taken or not. So where we have to take some decisions based on the result on one instruction while other are executing. That time this control hazard will come. So for example, here first instruction passed is a branch instruction. Normal branch instruction, if you see, here also we have to calculate that offset value where after checking this condition, first two condition will be checked whether two values are equal or not. If it is equal, it will be proceeding. If it is not equal, we can go for the next instruction. But in what cases we will say it is not equal? We can't predict it. Okay. So if any branch instruction is executing under the pipeline stage, you know the stages of pipeline. It is instruction fetching, instruction decoding, execution part, memory part, and write back. So when a branch instruction is executing in the pipeline stage, only at the last, in the memory part, you are able to complete the flow. So unless you are completing that instruction, the remaining instructions will be parallelly running. That you all know. If we want to depend on the value of the previous branch instruction, then the remaining two instructions will surely give the output wrong. So in that case also, there comes an control hazard. Similarly here, when a branch instruction is parallelly running as a first instruction, other instructions will occupy the pipelining parallelly. But you know this completion will be happening only at the, இப்போ உங்களுக்கு எப்படி இந்த target address நம்ம calculate பண்ணுவோம்? You know how to calculate the target address. Program counterல first instruction is passed. So first instruction is to check whether the two operands are equal or not. Then again you have to fetch the next instruction. PC increment ஆயிட்டே இருக்கும். At the same time address for each and every flow have to also be calculated. This is only for the control statements or branch equations. So அதுக்கு வந்து in the process வந்து when compared to other instructions, it will take more time to complete that task. And அதாவது அந்த condition false ஆகிறதுக்கு we have to do the process. I think you are able to understand. So whenever a branch instruction is passed, automatically the other instructions, even though it is running parallelly, but it will contain the control hazards. If in what cases it will form a control hazard? When you have identified any of the target mismatch. ஏதாவது ஒரு அட்ரஸ் வந்து mismatch ஆயிடுச்சு branch equationsல, then automatically every other instructions, even though it is running parallelly, will also be affected. So control hazard first point is, it is mainly arising by the need to make a decision based on the result. So if you are getting a proper result, then no issues. Even for that result to be got, you will be knowing only at the 5th clock cycle of the branch instructions to be completed. Furthermore, This instructions will be executing properly or not, whether it will be running properly or not, that we are not guaranteed. So that is one condition. So where control hazards may occur. Control hazards is when we need to find destination of a branch. So if you want to check a branch equal or not, the two operands are equal or not equal, in that conditions, the destination of the branch we cannot fetch any new instructions until we know that destination. That is the point here. Unless we know this finalized result, it is no use in fetching the new instruction further. So control hazard is when we need to find the destination of a branch and cannot fetch any new instruction until we know that destination. Example, I'll show you in the next slide. Normally when a branch is moved, branch instruction is moving inside the pipeline stage, we have to take PC plus 4. How if the branch is equal? The branch is taken na enna artham? Yes, the condition is true. If it is the condition is false, so rendu cases irukku normally branch statements la. If it is taken, what process will be happening? PC plus 4 have to be incremented along with immediate address, what we have calculated with this branch equations. Okay, that have to be multiplied with 4. Okay, to find out the memory address. So this is the equation, or you have to calculate this value for if we have decided that branch has been taken. So what do you have to do? Once the branch equation satisfy the condition that we said it is a branch taken statement or instruction. So what we will do? PC plus 4 plus immediate address into 4. If not taken, we are now only just going to increment the next state of equation. We are not going to focus on the immediate address. When the condition is true, only we have to do the process. If the condition is false, no, we have to next increment the next instruction. Goes on, it moves on. Here is the example for you. Here NMM is the 40, 44, 48. These are the PC count value. PC plus 4 இல்லையா அந்த count value. இங்க 40 இருக்கும், 44 plus 4 plus 4. Okay. So PC ஓட program counter ஓட current instruction ஓட address value இது. This address, now we have passed the branch equation address here. I have told once the branch equation is true, okay, where it is taken, try to understand. If branch is equal, then what we have to do? If branch is equal, then what you have to do? We have to calculate the PC value plus 4. 40 plus 4 what? 44 plus, here is the offset value 7. 7 into 4, 28. So 28 plus 44, you'll get 72. Next target address. So the மாதிரி calculate பண்ணும். So இந்த instruction complete பண்றதுக்கு it will take the next 3 cycle. அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் வந்து உங்களுக்கு அந்த next instructions run ஆகும். But when you are passing this first instruction, to complete this instruction, it is taking for the next cycle only. Okay, 72. Next target address, start from here. In meanwhile, the other instructions also will be running parallelly. And instructions is running, or instructions are running, and add instructions are running parallelly. Okay. In the instruction complete பண்றதுக்கு இப்ப 50 instructions அப்புறம் then what is the next target address that will be focused? Again, that value will be fetched into the instruction memory. That process will be completed after the 5 cycle. Okay, try to understand. When branch instructions are passed as a first instruction, to complete, if the branch is taken, that completing task will be done only after the after calculating the PC plus 4, then offset value. The first 5 cycles are completed. Then for the next instruction to be checked, it goes for the here in this part. Okay. Meanwhile, when this 5 cycles are completed, next cycle move பண்றதுக்கு, அடுத்த instruction check பண்றதுக்கு நம்ம வந்து calculate பண்ணிடுவோம் target address. Then again the follow up will be done. This particular branch equations will be completed only at the 5 cycles, as well as for the next instruction to be fetched, it goes for the 1, 2, 3. 3 clock cycle kapram, we have to continue again the branch equations. Meanwhile, we can't restrict the other instructions that you all know. One instruction run ஆயிட்டே இருக்கும்போது second instruction will be fetched. That also is happening. So here becomes the control hazards. எப்படி மேம் control hazards? இந்த இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன்ஸே கம்ப்ளீட் ஆகல. இந்த இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் கம்ப்ளீட் ஆனாதான் அடுத்த இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன்ஸோட வேல்யூ வந்து ட்ரூ வேல்யூவா ஹைலைட் ஆகும். ஓகே, this will not get the proper result. Okay, so what they say, here becomes the stalling. Unless the first instruction is completed with the proper information, other instructions are running is in the pipeline stage, but this should be fleshed out. This should be fleshed out. Why? Because see, penalty is 3 clock cycle here. To complete the branch equation itself, 3 after 3 clock cycle, again the second instructions are proceeding. Meanwhile, in between, if any instructions are running, no use of implementing or operating those instructions. Okay, because it will give it is not use of executing this instruction unless the first instruction is completed. அதுதான் நீங்க புரிஞ்சுக்க வேண்டியது. Only after the completion of first instruction, second instructions is valid, as well as third instruction, fourth instruction. For branch equations, when we are passing in the pipeline stage, the first branch equation, if it is taken, then the process will be completed after only at the clock cycle rate 3. Okay, same instruction is again proceeded after the target address is known. So here occurs the this control hazards. So to avoid this control hazards, how to overcome this control hazards? Stall. What is the meaning of stall? Stop loading the instruction until the branch target is available. After finding the target address only, next instructions have to be called. Meanwhile, you have to stop the instructions to be inside the pipeline, waste of occupying these resources. Okay, because we have not completed, we have not known till now what is the next target address to be proceeded. So this is a point you have to understand. So first, how to overcome the control hazard? First step is to stall. Stall is nothing but stop loading the instruction until other instruction. Stop loading the instruction until the branch target is available. Here in this case, branch target address is available only at the after 3 penalty clock cycle. We are able to get the target address of the first instruction. Unless you have to wait for other instruction, should not be in the pipeline stage. So what to do? Predictions. Now, one of the great ideas படிச்சிருக்கோம் இல்லையா, under the computer architecture, when you are designing a processor or a design of computer, we have to focus on some great ideas. In some cases, we don't have any solution. Instead of just thinking of it, we can just predict some view and proceed for the way. Okay, so இது மாதிரி இருந்தா என்ன மாதிரி ரிசல்ட் வரும்? Instead of just a sitting ideal, what we have learned in 8 great ideas. One idea can be implemented in the control hazards. What is that, ma'am? Predictions. Predictions are guessing. Assume whether you have to assume whether branch is taken or not. Predictions. So being a computer architecture, we have to predict while they are designing hardware, so that we can control this control hazards. How you can predict means assume whether the branch, if a branch instructions are passed, you have to assign if it is taken now, if it is not taken means what you have to do, and continue fetching the instruction. First you have to assume if it is taken, what you have to do. If it is not taken, what you have to do. Whether we have to continue fetching the instruction in 2 mode. 2 predictions are separate பண்ணிருக்கோம். So these are the formula. These are the methods where you can overcome the control hazards. The key points now vechukkom. There are 2 types of predictions. One is the static branch, one is the dynamic branch prediction. And third overcome is delayed branch. What is that? We'll see. Delayed branch. So to overcome this control hazard, what is the first step? Stop loading the instruction until the branch target is known or is available. So again, predictions. There are 2 types of predictions can be done where you can somehow control this control hazards. What is that prediction? Static branch predictions, dynamic branch prediction. Third type is delayed branch. What is that? We'll see. Assume that branch is not taken. Okay, try to understand. இப்போ வந்து இது எதுக்கு நம்ம வந்து இது மாதிரி ப்ரொசீட் பண்றோம் அப்படின்னா to avoid this control hazards. You being a computer architecture, we have to predict in some situation if a branch instruction is passed inside the pipeline, if the branch instruction is not taken. First எடுத்தோன்னா not taken ஐடியலா இருக்கு. Not taken னா என்ன மீனிங்? ஸ்டாட்டிக் ப்ரிடிக்ஷன்ல இருக்கு அப்படின்னா. If it is taken means it is dynamic. You can move the instructions furthermore. அந்த மாதிரி. So assume that branch is not taken. First prediction நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம்? Branch is not chosen. அந்த மாதிரி கேசஸ்ல it comes under static prediction. So what is that? So here the branch instructions are passed inside the pipelining. We are not under the situation to know what is the target address. Target address is known only at the 1, 2, 3 third clock cycle க்கு அப்புறம் fourth clock cycle ல தான் நமக்கு தெரியுது what is the target address. Meanwhile in between whatever instruction is under the pipeline you are just flushing out. Flushing na reset பண்ணனும். That is called as resetting. Even though instructions are in the pipeline we have to reset it. Flushing அதுதான் meaning flush those instructions. So the reducing the delay of branches. எதுக்கு அந்த மாதிரி பண்றோம்னா we can reduce the delay of branches. If நடுவுல instructions நிறைய மூவ் ஆயிட்டு இருக்குன்னா then we are for getting the target address we see புரியுது நினைக்கிறேன். பைப்லைன்ல furthermore instructions நம்ம லைன்ல இருக்கிறதால இந்த டார்கெட் அட்ரஸ் நம்ம ஒரு தேர்ட் கிளாக் சைக்கிளுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் நமக்கு தெரிய வருது. This becomes a drawback. So we are not able to get the target address quickly because all the other instructions are under the pipeline. So it is just occupying the pipeline. So it is making the first instruction to be delayed to know the target address. So what they do to reduce the delay of branches, first branch instruction oda completion வந்து delay ஆகுது அந்த பட்சத்துல you imagine here is one instructions passed, sub instructions are passed as the first instruction. In between we are passing this branch instructions. In branch instruction if you see here we are moving here only we are able to identify whether the branch can be proceeded or not, branch taken or not. In decoding part, right? In instruction fetching we are just fetching the instruction. Branch instructions are வந்து fetch பண்றோம். Only at the decoding part we can analyze whether the branch is taken or not. So ID, okay, you have to identify. In this ID if you are you have a complexity, you can find that whether it is taken or not. If a branch instructions for the next part target address have to be calculated, right? So to calculate that part you forward that instructions to the next instruction fetching. So this can be done if you have an extra hardware inside this. So நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும் to avoid this control hazards? One thing is you can't stall the next instruction. In some எல்லா கேசஸ்லயும் நம்ம ஸ்டால் பண்ண முடியாது. ஸ்டால்னா without entering the next instructions cannot be avoided in all the cases. Instead of that you can introduce some hardware in between holding that branch instructions. Meanwhile then you can forward that data inside the instruction fetch here. So here new forwarding unit is required for forwarding the content of the target address. A new forwarding unit is necessary. These are the complication factors under reducing the delay of branches. Okay, so data dependency from previous instructions. In some cases from previous instructions we have to depend on for the branch instructions. Adu mari cases varum where data dependency also is there for a branch instruction. The branch instruction one of the value is dependent on the previous instruction. In that cases also we will face some control hazard as well as data hazard. அப்ப இதெல்லாம் ரெக்டிஃபை பண்றதுக்கு these are the complication available under the control hazards that you have to understand. To reduce the delay of branches, if you want to reduce delay, இந்த branch instructions ஆல நம்ம delay ஆகுது. ஏன்னா furthermore instructions also will be in the pipelining. What are the complications occur அப்படின்னு பார்த்தா, we feel difficulty for stalling the next instructions. Instead of that, if you have a separate hardware unit like a forwarding unit available inside that processor, then these complications can be avoided. In some cases again they will feel the data dependency. So what are the cases the branches can be reduced? Adha neenga purinjikka vendiyadhu. Eppala the branch instructions become delay. When it is becoming delay, one point is when we want to when we have a data dependency, we have to wait for the branch instruction to be executed in the pipeline, because after the completion of first instruction only we can get that data. That is one case. So reducing the delay of branching, in this case we can introduce the forwarding unit hardware inside a processor so that we can rectify some data hazards. Data hazards நம்ம rectify பண்ணிட்டா branch equation delay ல இருந்து கொஞ்சம் நம்ம safer mode ல கொண்டு வந்துடலாம். These are the things you have to consider under dynamic instructions. நல்லா புரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க. Dynamic predictions அப்ப assume that branch is not taken. If the branch is not taken, then then branch is not taken if it is in a static mode where the process is not happening. So instead of occupying other instructions inside the pipelining, we are just flushing out. Okay, we are flushing it. If the branch is taken, okay, if the branch is taken, and we have to see whether the branch equation what we have passed in the pipelining, is it any data dependency? We have to depend on the previous instruction for any of the value. If not, then no issues. If in that case we can't say for all the instruction we can't depend on data. சில இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன்ஸ் வந்து ப்ரீவியஸ் டேட்டாவில இருந்து டிபெண்ட் பண்ணி இருக்கிற மாதிரி இருக்கு. இதுதான் ப்ரிடிக்ஷன்ஸ். நல்லா புரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க. ஒரு பிரான்ச் இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன்ஸை எந்தெந்த ஆங்கிள் நம்ம யோசிக்கணும். வெதர் டேட்டா டிபெண்டன்சியா இருந்தா டேட்டா ஹசார்ட்ஸ் ஆகும். அப்போ ஒரு ஃபார்வர்டிங் யூனிட் நம்ம கொண்டு வரணும். If you are forwarding the unit, those data can be implemented, used here. In that case, you are just doing forwarding. Data hazard la panna adhe procedure da. Complications. Second part, you can introduce some hardware inside this processor. Okay, where if a branch instructions are passed inside that processor, where you have a whole separate unit for that data, then it is for us easy for us to forward the data for the next procedure. Thereby we can also get the target address. So data dependency from previous instructions these are the two complication factors which reduces the delay of branches. Dynamic branch predictions, there are two types of dynamic branch predictions. Okay, இது எதுக்கு நம்ம predict பண்றோம் நல்லா புரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க. 1 bit prediction scheme, 2 bit prediction scheme. In a processor, when a branch instructions are passed inside the pipelining, there is a table available. Okay, that is what they have designed, dynamic branch prediction. What is the table available na? Branch history table. So endha branch ella vandu predict edella vandu takeno, that is said to be predicted one. If it is not taken, then we say it is 0. Okay, so through dynamic branch prediction methodology we can avoid some control hazards. How is it possible? Means in 1 bit prediction scheme, branch prediction buffer is available. Okay, branch prediction buffer is available. It is also called as branch history table. So what is that? It is a small memory found inside the processor. A small memory indexed by the lower portion of the address. So you know what is this? Instruction memory. உங்களுக்கு தெரியும், from PC எந்த instruction move ஆனாவுமே அந்த PC ல இருந்து இருக்கிற instruction will be saved in the instruction memory. You know, instruction memory here is the branch instruction. We are talking about branch instruction. It will have an address. If you locate that address where the branch instructions are fetched, okay, that address is pointing to a branch history table. So branch history table is nothing but a small memory indexed by a lower portion of the address of the branch instruction. So with respectful of the branch instruction, it will predict what type of branch it is, whether it is taken branch or it is not taken branch. So if it is taken na, it is 1. If it is not taken na, 0. So those list all will be in the branch history table. இது எதுக்கு மேம் இந்த prediction table எதுக்கு அப்படின்னா, we can identify whether the branch is taken or not. Accordingly, the control hazards can be rectified. Okay. So for cases if branch is taken means what method you have to do? If the branch is taken, the remaining instructions can be fleshed out. Only after the completion of this instruction, the other instructions can be allowed. Okay. If the branch is not taken, then furthermore instructions can be run parallelly and no issues of control hazards. So with respectful of one bit prediction scheme, it எப்படின்னா, being a computer architecture, they themselves predict that if a branch is taken, what process have to be done, whether it have to be stalled, அதாவது other instructions should not be under process fleshing out அது மாதிரி decide பண்ணும். If it is 0, if it is not taken, then furthermore normal process will be happening. Okay. Disadvantage of 1-bit prediction. If we are going through with the 1-bit prediction, even if the branch is almost taken away, when the branch is taken away, there is possibility to predict it incorrectly. நிறைய டைம்ல வந்து taken இருக்கும், branch is allowed, but நம்ம prediction table நம்ம என்ன போட்டிருப்போம், it will not be taken மாதிரி. Okay, it is incorrectly twice, sometimes 2 times. சில டைம் நம்ம predict பண்றது வந்து தப்பா இருக்க நிறைய chances இருக்கு. அதுதான் வந்து most of the disadvantages they faced when they assigned this 1-bit prediction. Okay, எதுக்கு நல்லா புரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க, ஒரு டேபிள் prediction table என்ன இருக்குன்னா, if it is taken, again உள்ள இருக்கிற பைப்லைனும் it is taken no issues, parallel பைப்லைனிங் நடந்துட்டு இருக்கும். If it is not taken, பட் அந்த இடத்துல வந்து ப்ராசஸ் போயிட்டு இருக்கு, டேபிள்ல வந்து நம்ம ஃப்ரேம் பண்ணது வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் செகண்ட் டைம்ல இட் இஸ் நாட் டேக்கன், பட் ப்ராசஸ் நடக்கும்போது இட் இஸ் டேக்கன். ஸோ இது மாதிரி சான்சஸ் வந்து 2 times வந்து இன்கரெக்ட்லி தே ஹவ் ஃபவுண்ட் when the branch is not taken. So try to understand disadvantage of 1-bit prediction. 1-bit prediction na இந்த டேபிள்ல நம்ம ப்ரிடிக்ட் பண்ணி வைக்கிறது. Okay, this is branch history table. First வந்து you just think, imagine that you're pointing all the address to the branch instruction history table. Here my prediction is branch is taken, but pipeline la enna stage போயிட்டு இருக்குன்னா branch is taken, then no issues. Second prediction, branch is not taken, again in the pipeline also branch is not taken, only its process means no issues. What they are telling us, in the prediction table வச்சு அந்த ப்ராசஸ் அங்க நடக்குதுன்னா நோ ப்ராப்ளம். ஆனா சில டைம்ல வந்து இங்க வந்து ப்ரிடிக்ட் பண்ணது branch is taken, பட் பைப்லைனிங்ல branch is not taken is going on. இந்த ப்ரிடிக்ஷன்ல தான் நம்ம மூவ் பண்றோம். சப்போஸ் ப்ராசஸ்ல வந்து டேக்கனா இருக்கு, ஆனா இங்க வந்து நாட் டேக்கன் மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்கோம்னா, அப்ப வாட் யூ ஹேவ் டு டூ, ஹவு டு ரெக்டிஃபை தட் மிஸ்டேக், அதுதான் சொல்றாங்க. டிஸ்அட்வான்டேஜ் ஆஃப் 1-bit prediction scheme. We are facing some problem under the branch history table and the normal process happening under the pipelining. So what is that problem we are facing is, even if the branch is almost taken, always most வந்து branch instructions support பண்ற மாதிரி தான் அந்த branch history table has been framed இருந்தா கூட, மோஸ்டா வந்து branch taken மாதிரி தான் நம்ம அசைன் பண்ணா கூட, there is some possibility to predict it incorrectly twice. There is a possible. So when the branch is not taken, so again we go for the second branch predictions. இது வந்து 2-bit prediction scheme. இது வந்து tuning table வச்சு frame பண்ணிருக்காங்க. The tuning table na, the prediction is changed if and only if the branch is wrongly predicted twice. For example, நம்ம வந்து being a computer architecture using the tuning machine, they have predicted some cases. ஒரு கேஸ் ஸ்டடி மாதிரி பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. What you have predicted also say that branch is taken and the process happening inside the pipelining also taken, then no issues. அது ஒரு prediction. நல்லா புரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க, first prediction. அகெயின் இதே ப்ரிடிக்ஷன் வந்து செகண்ட் டைம் பார்த்தா branch is taken but it is not taken. Okay, here one case again taken ரெண்டு டைம் இருக்கு. நம்ம வந்து the prediction is changed if and only if the branch is wrong. இப்போ ராங்கா இருந்தா மட்டும் தான் இந்த ப்ரிடிக்ஷன்ஸை நம்ம எடுக்கிறோம். Okay, so prediction taken and again a process also is taken, no issues. Prediction is taken, process also taken 2 times. உங்க மெத்தட் கரெக்டா இருக்குன்னா that will be your result. First prediction is taken but second time is not taken. That also can be taken as not considered because one predictions தான் ஆயிருக்கு. இது வந்து எப்படின்னா ஒரு branch instructions when it is passed, what if you have 2 predictions? If it is taken means what happens, if it is not taken means what happen. See, for example, this is the equation. You are passing inside the pipelining, and inside the pipelining you have that branch history table, where the branch history table is present, that you can analyze, I think so. From installation memory, it is pointing to the branch history table. Branch history table வந்து நம்ம computer architecture have been architects have designed prediction table. 0 na not taken, 1 na taken. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு லிஸ்ட் ஆஃப் அதாவது ஒரு ப்ராசஸ்ல ஒரு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் ஃபெச் ஆயிருக்கு. அந்த இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் ஃபெச் ஆயிட்டோன்னே ஒரு கண்டிஷன் செக் பண்ணும். கண்டிஷன் வந்து ஈக்குவல் அப்படின்னா ஓகே, it sees the branch instruction table, it save in that branch instruction table. Yes, equal. Okay, that is the history. All the branch instructions when it is passed in the pipelining, everything is been deposited in the or been updated in the branch history table. இப்போ எப்படி நீங்க வந்து browser யூஸ் பண்றீங்க, ஒவ்வொரு டைமும் ஒவ்வொரு browsers யூஸ் பண்றீங்க, அந்த browsers வந்து ரீசெண்டா யூஸ் பண்ணது வந்து ஹிஸ்டரியில பார்க்கலாம் நம்ம இல்லையா. அதேதான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பிரான்ச் இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன்ஸ் உள்ள போகும்போது என்ன அப்டேஷன், இது லாஸ்டா வந்திருக்கு. ஓகே, செகண்ட் இது லாஸ்டா வந்திருக்கு. அது மாதிரி ஒரு அப்டேஷன் இருக்கும். ஓகே, இஃப் இட் இஸ் டேக்கன் மீன்ஸ் இட் வில் பி ஹைலைட்டட் 1, இஃப் இட் இஸ் நாட் டேக்கன் மீன்ஸ் 0. So what are the cases mostly analyze that branch instructions are false and branch instructions are true? அது வந்து அப்டேஷன்ஸ் வச்சு நம்ம ஒரு டியூனிங் மிஷின்ஸ்ல ஒரு டேட்டாவை ஃபீட் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. அதுல வந்து 2 டைம் வந்து அந்த branch instructions வந்து பாஸ் ஆயிருக்கு. Most of the cases the branch instructions are true inside the pipelining. Then accordingly we can accept the other instructions. Illana, if most of the cases it is not taken na, it's better to flush the instructions in the pipelining. So அதை predict பண்றதுக்கு தான் இந்த prediction schemes நம்ம யூஸ் பண்றோம். Okay, just to avoid the other instructions under the pipelining stage, as well as we can focus on the first instruction to be completed on time by knowing its target address. So we go for 2 methodology, 1 bit prediction methodology using a branch history table, and second bit using a tuning machines where the ideology has been fed. 2 times predictions are true, then we can consider that value. Okay, that is the 2 bit predictions. நான் புக்ல எப்படி ரிவைஸ் பண்ணனும் நான் சொல்றேன் later. Advanced prediction schemes, in some cases if they feel any of the drawback in this 1 bit and 2 bit, they go for this advanced prediction scheme to control this control hazard. So what is the 2 scheme is correlation predictors, tournament predictors. NMM is the correlation predictors, tournament prediction. Branch predictors that combine, try to understand branch predictors that combines local behavior of particular branch and global information about the behavior of some recent number of executed branches. So சில time வந்து branches are used locally or globally. According to that, we are correlating what process have to be done. So branch predictors that combine local behavior of a particular branch. Local behavior na ஒரு நார்மல் இன்சைட் some instructions, add instruction is previous instruction, load instruction is the next instruction. In between, you have a branch instruction. So local behavior of a particular branch and global informations. Global informations now most of the instructions continued after branch instructions. What is the process? What is the prediction number of executed branches? அது வந்து ஒரு அனாலிசிஸ் ரிப்போர்ட் மாதிரி. ப்ரிடிக்ஷன்ஸ்னா என்னன்னா டேட்டா கலெக்ஷன்ஸ். இந்த டேட்டா எப்படிலாம் கலெக்ட் பண்றாங்க? இது வரைக்கும் எக்ஸிக்யூட் பண்ண எல்லா பிரான்ச் இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன்ஸ் இன்சைட் த பைப்லைனிங் கான்செப்ட். வாட் ஆர் த ஃபாலோ அப் யூ ஹேவ் டு டூ? அதான் வந்து கோரிலேஷன் ப்ரிடிக்டர்ஸ். கோரிலேஷன் ப்ரிடிக்டர்ஸ்னா எந்தெந்த பிரான்ச்சஸ் ஒரு பைப்லைனுக்குள்ள மூவ் ஆகும்போது when it is a local behavior of a particular branch, what is the criteria faced? When it is a global information about the behavior of some recent number of executed branches, those all data are analyzed and we can do some prediction value for it. Tournament predictors now, branch predictors with multiple predictions for each branch under selection mechanism, whether we have to select 1-bit predictions or the 2-bit predictions that chooses which predictor to enable for a given branch. So in the mari most branch, for example, the branch consisting of when a branch is found at the first part and நான் சொல்றது புரியுதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஒரு 4 set of instructions நார்மலா ஒரு பைப்லைன்ல ரன் ஆகும். அப்ப branch instructions, if we are giving as the first instruction, what is the most of the criteria faced? Which is good in using 1-bit இல்ல 2-bit analyze பண்ற information. Similarly, if the branch is found in between the 2 other instructions where certain data dependency are there, in that cases what we have to do? So what mechanism we have to proceed? What selection we have to do? Whether it is a 1-bit predictions or 2-bit prediction. To choose that type of predictors, we go for tournament predictor. With the branch predictors with multiple predictions. Multiple now, there are many schemes of predictions. 1-bit prediction, 2-bit predictions. So this multiple predictions for each branch. For each branch, ma'am, adena ma'am branch la enna each branch na branch equal, branch not equal. Okay. In that cases or other different branches equations are there, right? Greater than, lesser than, branch less than, or condition checking. If the 2 operands are greater than or equal to, according to that, we are going to select the mechanism that chooses which predictions to enable for the given branch. So that is called as tournament predictors. What is the difference between a correlation predictors? Where the branch is found, local behavior of a particular branch, how it happens, and if it is a global information about the behavior of some recent number of execution branches, then what happens? See in your book, if you see, able to see the information, right? Yes, we have completed this. Control hazards. Control hazards. See, most of the control hazards are due to the So delay in the determining the proper instruction to fetch is called as control hazards or branch hazards. Here the control hazard is shorter than the point here is to scheme for resolving control hazards. Assume branch not taken, then reducing the delay of branches. Then you have to focus on dynamic branch predictions. So what is flush understand? To discard instructions in the pipeline usually due to an unexpected event. We don't want other instruction to be in the pipeline because branch instructions are not completed now. So assume branch not taken. In that case, what we have to do, stalling until the branch is completed is too slow. So one important over branch stalling is to predict that branch will not be taken and thus continue executing down the sequential instruction scheme. If the branch is taken, the instruction that is being fetched and decoded must be discarded. Execution continues at the branch target. So if branch are untaken half the time and if the cost little to discard the instruction, this optimization half the cost of control hazards. So most of to discard instructions, to flush out the instructions, we merely change the original control value to 0 must be did to stall for a load use data hazard. So when we have to do this flushing, see, discard instructions, that mean we must be able to flush instructions in the IF, ID and EX stage of the pipelining. See, this diagram explain about the ID stage. Which is the ID stage? Here. Instruction decoding stage of a clock cycle 3. Determine that the branch must be taken so that it select. In that clock cycle 3 only, the 72 as the next PC address and 0 the instruction fetch for the next clock cycle has been known. So clock cycle 4 shows the instruction at the location 72 being fetched. Here 72 being fetched. Here is the 72. Sorry. Okay, here is the 72. The target address we have fetched. So clock cycle 4 shows the instructions at location 72 being fetched and the single bubble or knob instruction in the pipeline as a result of taken branch. Knob is really shift left branch instructions na shift left right shift left. So adoda values inga kuduthirukanga 72. Not the ID stage in clock 4 should be highlighted here. See, here is a hazard detected unit where they have detected the hazard when we are not able to complete the branch instructions. Furthermore, other instructions are on the process. Then there occur an hazard detection unit here. When we are identify this hazard detection unit, then we are doing the IF flush. But IF flush is the unit which is connected in the instruction fetching part. So why we are connected that flush part here? When after completing the branch instruction only other instructions are allowed inside the pipeline. So we do that flushing, resetting the values. You have to understand what is branch history table. I have already told a small memory that is indexed by the lower portion of the address of the branch instruction and that contains one or more bit indicating whether the branch was recently taken or not. Those all details are been inside the branch history table. The state in a 2-bit prediction scheme. By using 2-bit rather than 1, what is the uses? A branch that strongly favor taken or not. Okay, or many branches do. which will mispredict only once. So 2-bit are used to encode the 4 state. What is that 4 state? One is predict taken, not taken. Predict taken, also the process is taken. Predict not taken, also process is not taken. Predict not taken. Okay, ரெண்டு அதாவது 4 கேசஸா நம்ம கன்சிடர் பண்ணிக்கணும். Taken, taken, and not taken, not taken. In that, what are the other predictions can be made? 4 state மட்டும் ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்க. 4 state you have to highlight. Determine decrement otherwise and use the mile point of this range as the division between taken and not taken. So first, if you consider prediction not taken, what are the 2 way in that? Now predict பண்றது not taken, but it is a possibility of sometime taken, okay, or it is a possibility of not taken. ரெண்டு cases இருக்கு, taken, not taken. Similarly, prediction not taken also will occur, or sometime it is taken. So both parallelly you have to give the sign. And very important point under branch instructions, so when we are considering this dynamic branch predictions, you have to understand 14% to 16% of instruction integer programs when you are running inside, okay, inside that prediction table, okay, 14% or 16% of integer values, 3% to 12% of floating point value programs. Okay, சொல்றது வந்து branch statements consisting of integer values, floating point values, and 60% of forward branches, 80% of backward branches. Everything you have to consider under predictions. See, branch that is taken 90% of the time is only 80%. 2 incorrect predictions and 8 correct one. So இது எல்லாமே ஒரு case study மாதிரி. They have analyzed those informations and formed in such a way this branch predictions buffers can be implemented as a small buffers accessing with this instruction address due to the IF pipeline stage. So எது வேணும், எந்தெந்த predictions தேவைப்படுது உங்களுக்கு தெரியணும். See, scheduling the branch delay slot. So from before, from target, from fall through. See, first the add instructions are under process. Then here is the if statement. This is the branch statement, you know, right? If statement. Then delay slot. Here you have to make the delay slot because a branch instruction is process. Wherever you find the branch instructions, you put a delay slot here. Then automatically இது புரியணும் உங்களுக்கு. From before how it is, and after putting this delay slot, automatically undo instructions are executed here in between, because parallelly add instruction will be first executed, then again this branch instructions. Next it becomes branch instructions is not completing the job because till that we are not able to analyze its target address. So which is the completed instruction now? Add instruction. Similarly here, sub instructions. So this is all the parallel instructions running. Branch target buffer, very important key terms you have to remember. Branch target buffer are nothing but a structure that catch the destination PC or destination instructions for a branch. It is usually organized as a cache with tag, making it more costly than a simple prediction buffer. So correlating predictor, what we have seen now, a branch predictor that combines local behavior of a particular branch and global information about the behavior of the some recent number of execution branch. Tournament branches, all the multiple predictions for each branch and a selection mechanism that chooses which predictors to enable for a given branch, that is decided through the tournament branch predictor. Okay, I'll send you one video, kindly listen that video. Now you are, I think you are not able to hear that. Is that no problem?
The three kinds of hazards: structural.
Can you hear, Pa? Can you hear? Kindly reply.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. This information I'll show you now, and related with the exception. Exception is also easy. See, exceptions, when we see this terminology exceptions, can anyone remember? Under the unit 2, when we are covering arithmetic calculations, when the bit is extra fitted, that is 32 bit, 33rd bit, we are getting an extra replacement of bit, then we get this exceptions, right? Overflow, underflow, we have seen, right? Same concept only. How to handle those exceptions in the pipelining? What are the cases we get this exception? So for example, CC1, CC2, CC3, these are the clock cycle rate completing the task. 4 instructions are running parallelly in the pipelining. Here you feel there is no exceptions, because each and every instructions are running in their own stages. Suppose in load word instructions, you have seen some misaligned memory address exception. Exceptions வந்து எப்படி வேணா இருக்கலாம். Try to understand the term exceptions either by arithmetic overflow or underflow concept. We get that exception. அப்ப எக்ஸெப்ஷனோட வேல்யூவை நம்ம டெம்பரவரியா இபிசியில் போயிட்டு சேவ் ஆகும் நம்ம படிச்சிருப்போம். ஓகே, எக்ஸெப்ஷனல் table. Okay, so here in this case what they have told, in load word instruction we have that one exception case happened. Misaligned memory address accepted exceptions வந்து occur ஆகுது. அப்ப என்ன பண்றோம், இந்த இடத்துல ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணியாச்சு. So here they have identified that in load word instruction, when it is passed inside the pipelining, they understand there is a misaligned memory address exception. So how to identify or detect that exception? So which part it has been got that exception in the cycle we have to identify. It is in the CC4. Under the clock cycle 4 we identify there is an exception occurred. So what should happen then? We have to flush pipeline, but SSL is already have completed its task. So once you have found an exceptions under the instructions running under the pipeline, the remaining instructions have to be flushed out, or else you will face an error. Okay, so steps in exception handling, that is only flushing out, zero out latches. Remaining instructions have not should not be executing if you have found exception. So just do the control, flush it out. How to do the flushing? You analyze IFID, IDEX and EXME. Everything should be flushed out. Okay, everything not, this 2. ஏன்னா இந்த பார்ட்ல தான் இது வந்து அடுத்த இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன்ஸை நம்ம ஸ்டாப் பண்ணலாம். ஸோ டூ நாட் ஃப்ளஷ் திஸ் மெமரி ரைட் பேக் SLL instructions is running on. So what you have to do, you should not flush on this memory write back type, because this is already completed. These instructions have completed. We have found exception only in the load word instruction. What type of exception we have understood? It is a misaligned memory address exceptions. To stop the other instruction, what they do, they just flush what type of registers, IFID, IDEX, and EXM, that is been fleshed out. So this load approximate PC value onto the EPC. Abna enna meaning na, we found that exception occur at the load word instruction passed inside the pipelining. So that address has been moved to the EPC. What is EPC? You know, exceptional program counter. In PC8, okay, in this case, what is if this is how you have to move when you find this exception in the pipelining stage. If suppose branch equal instruction instead of add is being given here, then what do you have to do? Load appropriate value onto a case register. Okay, case register, cos register is a value where you can hold the hexadecimal value of that, because address have to be given in which part we found the exception. The exception part is removed. What is that exception part we have to remove? Because there is a mismatch in the memory address found. So that is been saved in the hexadecimal number PC count. Complexity faced due to multiple exceptions. First complexity. Invalid opcode. Suppose you have found some invalid opcode. You have not given a proper opcode, or opcode has been identified invalid. Okay, that is one type of exceptions. So multiple exceptions found here. Load word also there is an exception, as well as in an invalid opcode we found in the instruction decoding part. So what should we do? Instruction causing either exception takes precedence. If you have found multiple instructions, first preference is given to the first instruction where we have identified the exception. That you have to understand. Got the point, students? Kindly reply. Please reply. Yes, unmute and reply. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. So if there are multiple exceptions found inside this pipelining, the first instruction which we have found immediately the exception, that is given first preference. So instruction causing earlier exception takes precedency. So complexity arises due to a sheer number of such possibilities. There are two types of exceptions. So normally complexity is more in this type of pipelining concept. So out of order completion. For example, already you know there is only 5 stages of pipelining. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For some instructions, we have to depend on large, like this. It goes on. Unlimited data have been out of order. Data entry ஆயிட்டு போயிட்டு இருக்கு. It is out of control mari. In that cases, we feel the exceptions. Here also complexity is more. For example, add first instruction, it is taking the data 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it goes on due to some exceptional case happened inside the pipelining. But if you see the second instruction, it has already completed. Add instruction has been completed. It has started from cycle 1. It have completed till cycle 6. But till more, the previous instruction is going on with some out of control. So need to roll back that. Okay, solution is well beyond scope here. We have to roll back. What you have to do, we'll see. So yeah, these are the complexity faced due to exceptions. So how to remove this? This will further go for, instead of depending on pipelining concept. Okay, instead of depending on pipelining concept, we can go for the superscalar concept. That is the next part of unit. So complexity 3, partially changed machine states can be changed partially. What is that machine change? String copy instructions in Intel is being done, and halfway through string copy is completed. Then after completing, we found some exceptions. பாதி ஒர்க் முடிஞ்சிச்சு, காப்பிங் இஸ் கோயிங் ஆன். ஆஃப்டர் காப்பிங் half of the way of string copy, we found that some exception. Then again there is a problem. So partially changed machine state has been collapsed due to exceptions. These are the complexity faced. So what we conclude is we can't avoid this exceptions. என்னதான் நம்ம ப்ராப்பரா ஒரு ப்ராசஸை டிசைன் பண்ணி ஒரு பைப்லைனை டிசைன் பண்ணி ஹசார்ட்ஸை ஓரளவு கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ணாவுமே சில டைம் எக்ஸெப்ஷன்ஸ் ஆர் நாட் அவாய்டபிள் அண்டர் த பைப்லைனிங் கான்செப்ட். ஸோ பைப்லைனிங் ஓரளவு டிசைன் பண்ணிட்டு இந்த டேட்டா ஹசார்ட், ஸ்ட்ரக்சரல் ஹசார்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் கண்ட்ரோல் ஹசார்ட்ஸை ரெக்டிஃபை பண்ணலாம் using this tuning machines predictions methodology. அதே மாதிரி எக்ஸெப்ஷன்ஸ் ஃபவுண்டுனா வாட் ஆர் த காம்ப்ளெக்சிட்டி ஆஃப் எக்ஸெப்ஷன்ஸ் இப்போ பார்த்துக்கிட்டோம். எக்ஸெப்ஷன்ஸ் அண்ட் நான் யூனிஃபினிட்டி எம்டி தீஸ் ஆர் செட் டு பி எனிமீஸ் ஆஃப் பைப்லைனிங். ஓகே, ஸோ to rectify this type of exceptions, what we have to go for the advanced versions, advanced topic like out of order completions and superscalar processor depend pannino, multi instructions issues per cycle have to be given, supporting processor have to be designed. So data driven architectures na instructions மட்டும் தான் மூவ் ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு. லார்ஜ் அமௌண்ட் ஆஃப் டேட்டாவும் சப்போர்ட் பண்ற அளவுக்கு நம்ம டிசைன்ஸை வந்து அட்வான்ஸ் ஆக்கணும். திஸ் எக்ஸெப்ஷன்ஸ் கேன் பி அவாய்டட். ஸோ ஃபார் data driven architecture, what we have to give, memory space have to be allotted more. If we are specifying the memory space more, automatically there will be little bit exceptions can be reduced. So memory system is the next focus. Next unit, further unit lalam பார்த்தா will focus on memory extensions, where thus we can avoid some exceptions, ununiformity under the transfer of instructions within a pipeline that can be avoided. Jayasuriya?
Yes, ma'am.
Absentees name மட்டும் எனக்கு அனுப்பி விடுப்பா.
Just a minute, ma'am. I need to check.
Okay. See, control hazards, again I'll send some video for further more clarifications, but you need not get more confused. Mostly understand the concept, what are the schemes, techniques used inside this to rectify this hazards. Then focus on exceptions, means what are the complexity faced under the pipelining, what type of exceptions are available, that it is in the book also. So that will go for.
Ma'am?
Yes?
I have taken, ma'am.
Okay, good. So exceptions நம்ம bookல படிக்கும்போது you will know what are all the type of events occur and what are said to be external exception cases, internal exceptional cases. Exceptionsனா என்னன்னா எதனால நம்மளுக்கு வந்து ஒரு uncontrolled information happening inside the processor. Either it will be through input output device மூலமா சில request வந்து தப்பா வந்திருக்குன்னா அப்ப it is an external factor. Okay, and MIPS terminologyல வந்து interrupt ன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. அதே மாதிரி invoke the operating system from the user program, அது மூலமா ஏதாவது ப்ராப்ளம் ஃபேஸ் ஆகுதுன்னா இன்டர்னல்லா நடந்திருக்கு. ஸோ தட் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் எக்ஸெப்ஷன். arithmetic overflow, internal, because arithmetic operation is performed inside the ALU unit. So அதுல ஏதாவது ப்ராப்ளம்னா இன்டர்னல் ப்ராப்ளம் சொல்லுவாங்க, exceptions. So these are the types of events where we occur exceptions. இதெல்லாம் just go through பண்ணுங்க. நோட்ஸ் வந்து நான் பர்டிகுலரா அனுப்புறேன் for this unit 3. Okay, thank you students. You can leave the session. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, bye.